Good morning, everybody. Just before we start the assembly, just a little reminder from me that at the beginning of Term 4 you can move back into your summer uniform for the remainder of the year. Okay, and you need to be in the summer uniform by Labour weekend. So from the beginning of Term 4 you can be wearing summer uniform, but if you're still in your winter uniform you need to be changed over at the beginning of straight after Labour weekend. And just a reminder yet again that the hoodie is not part of our school uniform, so please, we don't want to be seeing that around the school. That is a sports supporter top or a sports uniform. It is not part of our school uniform. Now we have some special guests here today, so I'll get you to stand quietly please while they... Please be seated, and I'll pass straight over to Mrs. Pound.
Well, good morning everybody, and welcome to your final assembly of Term 3. It's hard to believe, I guess, in some ways that we're this far through the year. And first thing I'd like to do is thank you for your consideration moving quietly around the school while the seniors were doing their examinations here and up in this end of the D block. Second thing I'd like to say is that I hope you have a really good holiday. It's time to stop at the end of tomorrow. At 3:15 tomorrow, when we finish the term, it's time for you to have a break. And then we come back. We're looking forward to seeing you on Monday, the 14th of October. Now we've got you can see here this morning, and I'll be introducing them to you in a minute, but at the moment I'm going to hand over to the head prefect team.
So today is the last assembly of Term 3, and we just wanted to say how quickly the year flies. For Year 9s, you're 3/4 through your first year, which is an amazing accomplishment. For Year 10s, it's one term until you become a senior and you have to face NCEA. We don't know about you, but for us the year seems to just fly past and it's all a blur. June seems to blend into September and you just don't know where the months have gone. But now it's the holidays, and holidays are crucial to reset, relax and rewind.
Heading into the holidays, it's important to remember that this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. While this week is coming to an end, the awareness should not. Mental health affects everyone, and it's important to remember that you are not alone, so check in with your friends because, as our favourite High School Musical cast says, we're all in this together. Do something kind today and every day of the holidays. Ask someone how they are, reach out, and make someone feel special. It's important to remember that we never know what's going on in someone else's life, and so we need to treat them with kindness that we would want.
We want to also give you a few tasks for these holidays. Now the first one is we want you to actively relax. Spend time doing something that helps you relax and get ready for the next term.
Number 2, spend time with friends and loved ones. Fill your heart so you feel happy and ready to face the next school term. Also, this helps to build your support network, so when you're feeling rough or going through a hard time, you have someone to turn to.
And lastly, do something kind each day. Now this doesn't just mean sending your friends TikToks. It actually means checking up on them or doing something nice.
Thank you all for such an amazing term. Try not to miss us too much for the next 2 weeks, and we can't wait to see your smiling faces ready to tackle Term 4. Thank you, and passing on to Westfield.
Thanks, Rebecca and Amelia. This morning we have with us Dorita and Paul from the Centre Group, and they are the company behind the Westfield Newmarket development. So Paul's going to give us a little bit of an introduction to this new thing that we can see on our landscape in Newmarket. Welcome, Paul.
Good morning, girls. Absolute privilege to be here. Thank you very much for giving us just a little time to come and say hello and talk to you about Westfield Newmarket. I don't want to assume that you all know about Westfield Newmarket, but maybe first of all, has anybody been there? If you could give me a show of hands. Right, okay, so that's everyone. So we're going to play this video in just a second, but just to set this up by way of context, the 8th of February of 2018, we closed the old centre, known whimsically as 277, and it re-emerges as Westfield Newmarket over the coming weeks. You'll know already that we've opened our first introduction, a stage 1, which was only really about 35 shops, but it did have a 2-level Farmers and various other retail tenancies. But the exciting things are still to come. And I'll point you in the direction of the 10th of October, which is really just a couple of weeks away today, which includes the re-emergence of what used to be a food court. We don't call that a food court any longer. It's now called an eatery because we're more mature and we've grown up. But potentially of interest to you, that is the date when KFC will open at Westfield Newmarket. We'll expect you all there. It's going to be finger licking good. Serviettes will be provided, biodegradable, of course. We're going to have a look at this video, if we can roll out now, just to wet your whistle. Absolutely, only the beginning. You'll have seen there featuring the Western Springs Kapahaka group, and I don't know if you were there that day, but it was obviously a very emotional occasion for everybody involved. A lot of the parents of the performers found it quite emotional to see that performance. I understand there's 14 cultural groups represented at the school here. Given that we are close proximity neighbours, we absolutely will be encouraging and supporting any type of performance or collaboration where possible with the cultural performances, because the community involvement of Westfield Newmarket and our immediate environment, that's what it is all about. You know, without our community being involved, we will fail to hit the mark, which is a vision of complete togetherness. We are not a standalone corporate which is emerging into Newmarket and expecting simply to open our doors. This is about the integration, complete integration with Newmarket, with the suburb of Greater Auckland, because it's a significant milestone for the company, a big investment, and we are committed to bringing world-class values and quality, for which we hope for the foreseeable future for your life and for your family's lives, that it will bring value. And culturally, it's very important we're integrated completely into the community, which allows us a little bit to talk about sustainability. When we were originally talking to the community focus groups about a year and a half ago, and we were pleading with them to instruct us, to inform us what direction they wished Westfield Newmarket to go in, and they said to us quite clearly, sustainability and accessibility were two streams of work which we needed to have significant focus. And the sustainability platforms which we have focused on are world class. Our waste management policies would be second to none. And just to give you an idea of what we've been working on, the closed loop sustainability technology that that we are leading includes collection of all coffee cups, so the body of the cup and the lid, which ultimately get turned into plastic fence posts to be used in agriculture across New Zealand, so we have no wastage whatsoever. Any of the food waste leaves from Westfield Newmarket and ends up being composted and recycled back into school programs. All of the soft plastics ultimately being recycled into composite plasterboard or to gypboard for building projects. And a lot of that, the clearing of the site, the debris, that original demolition, that all went into roading projects across New Zealand, particularly in the Coromandel. So we were very committed to make sure that that footprint that was being left by the development was as clean and as hygienic as possible, extremely important to us. As is the involvement for Greater Auckland in potential career growth and the path towards working with Scentre Group as a potential career. Up to 70 careers are represented across the company. And just to give you an idea of what that may look like, creatively, of course, we have large marketing teams, design teams, architectural teams, tenancy coordinations, that's working with the retailers to help them in their process to ultimately deliver world-class looking stores. Two amazing stores of which are opening today. There's an old Leeming that's opening up in level 3 and a new Torpedo 7. I absolutely encourage you to go and have a look, because this is not just about opening shops. We are now able to deliver for Auckland absolutely leading best-in-class retail quality and design. So lots of opportunity for careers for the future, as well as the potential introduction to what could be part-time or Saturday work. And I would imagine a number of you will end up working at Westfield Newmarket and ultimately becoming the future business leaders for this city and for this nation. I'm honoured to be standing in front of you and talking to you just about that, because there's huge opportunity for you there. So the exciting things which are coming up in the next few weeks will include the opening up of the rooftop dining, and that's going to happen on the 10th of October. Again, please come either with your friends or family to have a look at that. The rooftop dining, which will have 10 of Auckland's best restaurants, has magnificent views across the city. To the east, of course, you can see Rangitoto, the shipping channel, and the Hauraki Gulf, and over to the west you'll see the sunset going down at the appropriate hour. A beautiful place to spend time. I understand you've got some school holiday coming up. Well, our doors are open. You are honoured guests, and at any time when you are at Westfield Newmarket, we will ensure that we are creating a safe and happy environment for you all. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you. I very much look forward to seeing you at Westfield Newmarket.
Thanks very much, Paul. And when I first heard the presentation some weeks ago, Westfield did a presentation for all the local schools. Our message back to Westfield is, of course, that we are neighbours, and we're very keen to be good neighbours. And of course, as you know, we expect very high standards of behaviour when you are out in the public spaces, including Westfield Newmarket. And we look forward to a good measure of collaboration. I think especially we can see that it's a huge opportunity as people take up some part-time work. And so we're looking forward to being very good neighbours together. And thank you very much for coming today. Passing on now to Rhythmic Gym.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Poppy, and I'm your Rhythmic Gymnastics leader for 2019. This year, Rhythmic had great success. We had a junior and senior team compete at the Auckland Secondary Schools Gymnastics Championships, and an individual gymnast compete at the New Zealand Nationals Secondary Schools Gymnastics Championships. Could I please ask Mrs. Pound to present these awards? Anya Chaplow, second overall at the New Zealand Schools Gymnastics Championships. She also placed second in rope and first in ball. Our junior group placed first overall at the Auckland Secondary Schools Championships. Lily McFarlane, Summer Turner, Phoebe Moon, and Anna Chiara Di Petrillo. And our senior group also placed first overall at the Auckland Secondary Schools Gymnastics Championships. Elise Troy, Shaylin Lamb, Terry Warner, and myself.
Hi everyone. Embrace is holding a movie viewing today at lunchtime in G13. We will be watching the film Embrace, which is an incredible movie about a woman exploring the global issue of body loathing.
It is an empowering and very interesting film, and there'll be free snacks. Hope to see you all in G13 at lunchtime today. Thank you, and passing on to sports dinner.
Kia ora everyone. Coming up in week 2 of term 4 is our annual sports dinner. This is a night where we celebrate the sporting achievements of our Epsom students. This will be happening on the 24th of October. Tickets are $60 and can be purchased from the cashier or online.
This year we are running a slightly different system where we're introducing physical tickets. Once you have purchased your ticket, you must pick up your physical ticket from the cashier and bring it with you on the night. Otherwise you won't be let in.
Please encourage your friends, families and teammates to come. It will be an amazing night you don't want to miss, plus the dinner is always a highlight. 24th of October, hope to see you there. Passing on to head prefects.
Hi again everyone. Now we've prepared something really special for Miss Dwan, as it is her last ever junior assembly with us. For those of you who may not know, Miss Dwan is leaving to become the new principal of St Mary's College next term. We are really sad to see her go, but we wish her all the very best on her new journey as a school principal. We now have a video to show you.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Will the
Miss Dwan.
stand up?
Bye, Miss Dwan. We love you so much. Sorry for always setting up the assembly chairs wrong. St Mary's is so lucky to have you. We'll miss you so much. Bye.
We would like to say thank you so much, Miss Dwan. You were a great history teacher, and I know you'll be like the best principal ever, and they're so lucky to have you at St Mary's. At St Mary's.
You'll be like a really great supervisor, and Curtis will miss you.
And also, sorry for talking out this video. We'll miss you. We'll miss you.
Hi, Dwan. Thank you so much for everything. Hopefully you're good. I'm going to miss you so much. I love you so much. Bye.
Thanks for being so much fun. That's great. We'll miss you and good luck. We'll miss you. And good luck.
We'll miss you, Miss Dwan.
Thank you for helping out at hostel and being cool deputy principal.
Bye. Bye, Miss Dwan. Adios, Miss Dwan. Bye, Miss Dwan.
a koe, he nuti arapa, he nā. 2, 1, 5 is one. We love you,
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
I'd like to start us off by saying it's sad to see a wonderful person leave this school. Thank you for the hellos and goodbyes you give us on the way out of school, and for the positive energy you bring to our hostel dinners.
Thank you for always bringing a smile into hostel, and I really appreciate the times you asked me how my day was. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you for everything, and this is a card from all the Year 9s.
Just a final couple of words. So as juniors, and in particular the Year 9s, you may not have had as much to do with Miss Tuan, but we can guarantee that she probably knows a lot of your names. And she has done so much behind the scenes to help your journey here at school.
Some of the things we're going to miss that you might not get to experience, Year 9s, but maybe the Year 10s are aware of it. She's got a special knack for sneaking onto school camps for longer than what she is told she's allowed to.
Some of you also may have experienced this, but she has unbelievable home baking and provides this for staff and students often, and students quite often are seeking out the recipes for this home baking.
And she also has a love-hate relationship with Augie. Augie's the little eggs bear. And we love that she loves eggs, but Augie she's always found especially creepy. So overall, we wish her all the best as she takes on the new role of principal at St. Mary's College. We're glad that she'll just be around the corner, not so far away from us. Let's give her a big round of applause for all she has done over her
Thank you all for such a lovely farewell from the Year 9s and the head prefect team. I'm very pleased to see that the pigeon made it in there. If you've ever been in my class, you know I can't deal with the pigeons. If they come anywhere near, it's all over. And I also loved the M&M reference. I'm going to see if I can work that in at the end. I talked to the head prefects about something I'd always wanted to do when I was a deputy head prefect at my high school, so they worked that in. EGS is a great place to work, and the opportunities that I see you have as students are phenomenal. It might not seem like this as you're going through it at the moment, but make the most of all of those opportunities, whether it's your learning, your co-curricular, or just giving something different a go. Make sure you challenge your comfort zones. I know you hear about this in PE with the idea of challenge by choice. If you don't enter that competition, submit that piece of work to something, or join the team, you never know what might happen. I've ended up in some pretty cool places just from putting my name in the hat. I never thought I would be a principal, but just look what's happened. Make sure you continue to treat others, both students and staff, with kindness and respect, as the head prefect spoke about this morning. Some of the friends that you have now at high school may be your lifelong friends. I was talking to some of my friends last night and who I was at high school with, and for the Year 9s, they've seen some of my high school pictures and they're not flash. But although we don't live in the same countries now, those bonds are still really strong. Good luck for the rest of the year and the rest of your time at EGS. I'll continue to follow your progress with pride and look forward to seeing many of you out on the sports fields, in concert halls, and competing against the St Mary's students. And therefore, for my final time at Epsom Girls Grammar School, and linking into what the prefects have said, could the whole assembly please stand up? Please stand up. Thank you. I'll come back later. Thank you all. Please have a seat and spend a couple of minutes to check the notices, and thank you all again.
Hi girls, just one last little message I wanted to do a wee promotion. We are going to miss you, Miss Dwan, we really are. I just wanted a bit of a promotion. We have lots of ex-players, ex-students who will be representing Auckland at Eden Park on the 5th of October, and what Auckland Rugby are doing is they're giving away 3,000 rugby tickets for you to go along and support women's rugby. Who knows Miss Blackwell here? Hands up. So, can you be the 1 in 3,000 to get along and support her? So get along to Eden Park on the 5th of October and support them. Okay, thank you.